Why do you think teachers have a hard time controlling their class? Do you think that the strategies that teachers use actually work? Hi, my name is Elaine Ziegler, and I will be answering these questions in my video about how teachers manage their classrooms and what strategies work best. I interviewed 3 different teachers. The first teacher I interviewed was Mr. Shepard, an 8th grade social studies teacher, and he shared an interesting approach.
So my approach is, the first thing I use is silence, because most kids, if I just kind of stand up there quietly, will pick up on the fact that I'm waiting for them. And usually somebody in class will kind of stand up and make the announcement, hey guys, I need to be quiet. I find that works a whole lot better than me trying to yell or raise my voice to get their attention. I usually give them one warning. And at that point, then I'll try other approaches.
This strategy shows how teachers can gain attention without raising their voices, and it often encourages students to help manage the classroom themselves. Next, I interviewed Mr. Velasquez, a 6th grade social studies teacher, about keeping students focused.
I'll have a conversation with the students individually and approach them and ask them what's going on and try to figure out why they aren't attentive or engaged.
This approach demonstrates the importance of understanding the root causes behind students' behavior rather than just addressing the symptoms. My final interview was with Mr. Ramos, a 7th grade social studies teacher, who offered insight on why students lose focus.
I feel like it just depends on who's in that class, if they have friends in that class, if they're maybe trying to get attention. I think for some students, if they just don't understand, they kind of just give up or just I'm just not going to pay attention today. And so I think it just depends on the student.
This perspective highlights how classroom dynamics and individual students' personalities affect attention and engagement. Research supports these teachers' observations. Classroom management challenges usually result from multiple factors involving both teachers and students. According to Love and Logic, to answer the opening question, I believe that students struggle with classroom control because they need to consider what their students might be experiencing outside of school. As Mr. Velasquez demonstrated, having individual conversations with students can reveal underlying issues that affect their behavior. When teachers don't understand these challenges, they might respond in ways that make struggling students feel worse. This insight shows that effective classroom management begins with understanding students' individual needs and circumstances. Regarding whether teachers' strategies work, I do believe that based on both research and personal observations. However, their effectiveness depends on how well teachers understand their students' needs and adapt their approaches accordingly. The most successful strategies, like those shared by the teachers I interviewed, focus on building relationships and understanding rather than just simple controlling behavior.